When I was going through Navy SEAL training, one thing I told myself, I wanted to quit every single day. But many dreams die while suffering. And many of us out here have suffered. And when you're suffering, I'm not talking about just physically, I'm talking about emotionally, spiritually. And pretty much, I almost died with it. If I didn't find Navy SEALs and getting past that hump and overcoming my demons and facing my demons every day, I would have never been up here today. You can't outrun your demons. They'll always know where you're hiding. Trust me at that. There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just quit. I know exactly what it feels like to be lost, to want to quit every day of your life. And that's kind of what created me. So on my bad days, I had to imagine a false reality. So for me, for instance, I was 300 pounds. A lot of you guys know my backstory. And a black kid, I was the only 36th African-American Navy SEAL in over 80 years. So think about this though. Think about how I wanted to quit. I was afraid of the water. My favorite meal was chocolate milkshakes with chocolate donuts. I didn't run, and I was afraid of the water, and I was 300 pounds. And I have a pipe dream of going to go be a Navy SEAL. Every morning I woke up, and I had less than 3 months to lose 106 pounds to get into the Navy. Every morning I woke up, I wanted to quit. During runs, I quit. During my diet, I quit. During swims, I quit. I quit every single day during this 2.5 months. But in the day, what kept me going was I saw a video of 18 men graduating from Navy SEAL training. And all I thought about was, what if my black ass can be up there on that stage one day and I can pull off this miracle that no one saw. There was no social media. There wasn't no watch David Goggins lose 106 pounds in 2.5 months. There wasn't no, diet plan and shit. No, there was nothing. No one saw it, but I knew it. I saw it. The whole accountability mirror that I talk about and Can't Hurt Me. Every morning I woke up, I had a real conversation with that dirty mirror. And every day, the same answer came back to me. Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? And so every day I kept saying that. And before I knew it, 2.5 months later, I lost the weight and I was going to Navy SEAL training. When your mind knows it's not going to quit, and this is what I found out. This is my 40% rule. When your mind knows it's not going to quit, your body will adapt to whatever is in front of it. I ended up running 20 more miles. Us. Your naysayers only remember your worst days. Don't you become your biggest naysayer in your life. So I end you with this. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. I don't think about myself when I'm tired of the competition. I think about the people I'm competing against. What are they thinking about when they see me tired. See, I got a tattoo on my back that says show no weakness. It's there for a reason. Whenever you show weakness, you make them feel really good about themselves. See, in competition, everybody's a dog. So they're waiting for you to let down some scraps. It's that first motherfucker who lets those scraps down makes that dog hungry. That dog wants to eat. So make sure one thing, don't worry about yourself when you get tired. Worry about what the competition's thinking about, because they're looking for that chink in the armor. They're looking for that one slight thing that you did that shows them that you're being a bitch, you're tired, you're exhausted. Maybe you didn't put all the think about being better. In these moments when you're struggling, if you are a true leader and you're worried about your men or women beside you, your mind doesn't care how cold you are anymore. Your mind's only worried about taking care of the men and women beside you. So I started realizing, man, how was John? How was Andy? How was Sam? How was Pete? Hey, how you guys doing? You're not thinking about me. So there's so many things you can do to get outside your own head, to then allow your body to just be like, hey, we're just a machine. But you have to let your mind be able to in your mind. Get on top of that mountaintop and look down on what you're doing. You can see a whole different world, and that world is beautiful. But you gotta get a different vantage point in the suck. Don't be in it. Spiritually, get out of it. Get that soul. Look down on what you're doing. Be amazed by the process of where you're at now and where you came from. I used to look at my life from a different vantage point. And when you're in all the muck and you're just walking in muck and walking in muck and walking in muck, you don't see that if you look off to the left of the muck, there's a sidewalk, brother. Get off of it. You have your head down looking in this muck. Once I saw the sidewalk, got the sidewalk, I got a little break. And I got a different vantage point. And then from the sidewalk, I found a cliff. Then I found a mountain. I got way up high on top of my life and looked back down on it and said, okay, I got to figure this out, man. I'm not going anywhere. I'm starting to lie. So when you have a messed up foundation, I started lying about everything. I wanted people to like me. I wanted to be accepted in some society of life, some social society. And I was like, man, this isn't the right way. I'm messed up here, I'm messed up here, I'm messed up everywhere. And so I realized the worst thing that happened to me is I lost myself. I never had myself, I never found myself. I had no self-esteem. So I knew through working out and through learning, because it took a lot for me to learn also, I started finding self-esteem. Once I found that, that's when doors started opening up. I stopped caring about people, that what they thought, being judged. Wow, if I say this, if I started right now, are you gonna make fun of me? I stopped caring about that. And that's when my life started really changing for me, slowly but surely. Most of us fail in life because we're afraid of what everyone around dude. Just chill out, relax. Why are you so crazy? Why are you so obsessed? So all that stuff drives the quitting mind, I call it. The mind wants to quit. The mind's tired. The mind's tired. The mind's deserving. The mind thinks it's very deserving. So yes, the biggest problem in this world is other people, not yourself. It's other people in your head. They are puppet mastering you pretty much on your life. So why do you care about what people are thinking when they're not trying to go where the you're trying to go? See, people think training for a 15-minute fight. They don't know what that takes. It takes thousands. I can't do much, but you can guarantee one thing. David Goggins got the after it. He got the after it. I don't give a my knees don't work. I'll find something else that does. My legs don't work. My knees are all up. So I gotta find something that does. We're all being tested in life. Some of us lay the down. Others find a way around the mother. So I found a way around the mother. In life, it's not about failing. Failing's inevitable. It's about keeping the motivation to keep moving forward in the same exact path that you just failed. I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as attempts at what I'm trying to accomplish. So let's say I failed the first time. That's just my first attempt. And then I have a second attempt and a third attempt. I don't look at it as failure. Because when you start putting a title on different things, names, you start to break. Where it's at now. On the other end of suffering is a life that many people don't know even exists. It's a beautiful world because like the 40% rule, we all live in this world where our brains are keeping us in this box. There was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. Right was the hard route. A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. You gotta start your journey. It may suck, but it will come out the other side where you're coasting. I wasn't always this person, trust me. I used to be embarrassed about lies I told, up family issues, marriages I was in, things I cheated on, things I quit. I was embarrassed about all that shit. So a lot of people had things on me and they had power over me and could use this whenever they wanted to. And I didn't like how that felt. So I want to get to a spot in my life where I could put a billboard up in the town I lived in with everything I did wrong and let people drive by and see it. There's a lot of power in that, to be able to put your life on a billboard for the whole world to see and say, judge it, man. Judge it. Like just me talking about it makes me feel good. And that's another thing about it. When you are willing to talk about how jacked up you are, the strength, that big rock that you carry, it just starts to come off you. It just starts to come off. That's why I do it so often. I'm like, hey man, I'll tell you anything you want to know. I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of not telling you shit. I'm tired of lying about how good I'm not. And I'm finally at that point. So when you get to that point, you kind of take that power back from people. But my question to you is this: are you at a point in your life where you can put a billboard up in your town and have folks drive by that